Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey y'all, what it do? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review, where me and my homegirl Erin are going to show some love on this very special day of love to the rich heifers of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 9. Everybody, please help me welcome Erin to this lovely stage.
That's so funny because you're cracking me up because I'm sitting here going, I don't know if I'm going to show love to, but then I was like, no, oh, I see how she did that. You go, Bianca.
One of my favorites. Yes.
Yes, if you know, you know. No, happy Galentine's Day, friend. Appreciate you on this day. I'm one of those people where like I am not whatever, eat some pink candy, tell somebody you love them, but I also don't feel any obligation to worry about this holiday. Do you know what I mean? Like I refuse to be stressed by something.
For real.
Have some candy, a little chocolate or whatever you like. What's your favorite kind of candy to have on Valentine's Day?
Ham, but if you're talking about real candy, edibles.
Fair.
Well, I'll just go back to the old school, those hearts in a box, that you would
Conversation hearts.
Right, where they got the writings on them and everything. Mm-hmm. So I'll just have a little bit of them and I'm good,
Yeah.
I'm not the all the different, Lindors and all those Ghirardelli, however you say it. I'm not really a fan of all of that. I never did like the donuts with the stuff in them. I'm not a fan of all that. Nougat in the middle and whatnot.
Oh, I see.
But I do love a good strawberry draped in some chocolate,
There you go.
So, yeah.
A little fancy, a little jumbo strawberry with a little tuxedo on it.
You know what I'm saying? So other than that, just him. Bon appetit.
Oh, they have I don't know if they still have it because I haven't really seen it, but they were called Love Pops, LUV, and they were these cherry heart-shaped lollipops. The cherry better than a cherry lifesaver. You know what I mean? Like the most delicious cherry lollipop. When I tell you, just so good. So that is my like, because I do love candy corn for Halloween. I know people have feelings. Nope, love it. But I do love the Love Pops. So anyway, I had some hugs because I got my daughter a little like box of like 3 different kinds of Hershey Kisses. And
Hershey's Kiss.
Yeah, she loves a good Hershey's Kiss. They had little conversation heart foil for the Hershey Kiss, and then hug, and then some brownie batter kisses, which I'd never had before.
Oh, I did go and went to that favorite cookie place that you hate. Well, I won't say hate, but she's not a fan of crumble. It's a little some free promo today since it is a day of love.
I don't hate them. I've been getting. Remember, I don't know why you think I hate them. No, I've been getting. Maybe Alex.
You didn't like it. Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, I do. I'll go get a little box and try the different ones.
Well, I went and got one for me and my my date for this evening, and we're going to share it later. And I'm sure he'll love it. Anything sweet he'll like.
Yes.
I haven't shared it with him yet. It's going to be a surprise. After we
Cute.
have dinner this evening in Temecula. It'll be a day of love. We're going to get all dressed up. I'm going to have a red dress. He's going to have a black and white suit. And we're going to just get all dolled up and go have a nice dinner and enjoy our dessert and just have fun for the day.
Sounds like fun.
I know, right? So, yeah. Other than that, love is love. Love who you love. As long as you ain't hurt nobody, you ain't committing no crimes, have at it.
Yes, indeed.
And speaking of have at it, girl, let me get out of this drag race memo and get to this Rich Heifer's memo, because baby, I was shocked and appalled all at the same time for this episode. Like, girl, did you really think? Well, I don't know what she thought. I guess Dorit and Mauricio, the conversation where she thought he would care to listen. Girl, you your face was cracked and on the ground, girl. I can't believe she thought talking to him would deliver anything to her soon-to-be ex-husband. Girl, I know she probably grasping at straws, hoping anything would stick, but that was just a disaster. I felt a little secondhand embarrassment.
It was a disaster. It was a disaster.
Ooh.
I got plenty to say about it, so we'll get there.
So we're going to start off with Rachel. She is missing the Hamptons. She's a New Yorker. Originally, of course, she goes where she's wanted, where she's needed. And really, there's only certain spots in the contiguous US of A where a star can be a star. And for her line of work, 3 spots? East Coast, West Coast, and maybe Miami? I don't know. I don't even know if Miami is, but it's one of those hot spots. You let me know. Do you think Miami is a part of it? But we know the East Coast, New York, West Coast, LA. But for her line of work in this area.
No, I would honestly say it's LA, New York, and then otherwise we're going to Milan, Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going European.
Okay. So she's missing it. And so she's talking with her assistants and getting, filling away. She misses the Hamptons. It's the Hamptons time of year, of course. So she thought she could invite Dorit and Kyle, even though, they are, at a little odd ends. But she's like, listen, she told both of them coming. And Dorit was like, I need this, girl. Thank you. Girl, please. I don't care who coming.
Yeah.
But Kyle gave a little apprehension. She's like, oh, well, I don't want to argue. Yeah, well,
You're on a show. Go ahead.
Okay. So they're on their way to the Hamptons. And then we see Amanda. Wasn't that right?
And Dorit was late as per usual.
Oh, yeah.
That, honestly, I have to say, just a little side note, I would want to go in order to repair things with Dorit if I were Kyle on at least a certain level. I would, because when they flashed back to the kind of friendship that they had, I did feel sad because they did have fun together. They showed that montage of them and I was like, you guys, whatever. But I have to admit, Dorit showing up late yet again after what she pulled on the private jet to Sedona would set me on edge right away, and I would struggle to get along with her because I would probably make some kind of comment like, what the fuck? Like, why can't you ever be on time?
And without a call ahead of time.
Yeah, like
That's what gets me, because this time she said, PK was late picking the kids up the night before, so it made her a little, jumbled to get ready for the day. At least say that, knowing how you said just the other night, give me some grace when I'm dealing with this situation. You know, it's just, dang, girl, call ahead of time at least. Give them that respect and courtesy. Don't just show up, because that's the part I don't like, when you don't let us know ahead of time. Dang, girl, you know, he you know, I'm in my feelings about him being late. Just please wait for me. Something. But just not to say anything is just disrespectful.
We've gotten past the point of any kind of consideration, because remember how late she was to the reunion because she had that stupid ass center curl on the front of her, plastered on the front of her forehead. Like, if you're over an hour late chronically, you're so rude. You're so rude. Like, it's okay to be a late, you know, look, everyone has moments, everyone does. But if you are chronically over an hour, that means that you don't give an F about anyone's time but your own. And it's so inconsiderate to the people filming a show with you. You have no excuse for like chronic extreme lateness. You don't. Lisa on Miami deserved to get torn a new butthole from Stephanie, who was not even my favorite. Don't even really love her, but I appreciated her reading her for filth. And I have to tell you, I would have totally gone off on Dorit long before this. Like, I'm so sick of your chronic lateness. It's disgusting. It's a private. Weren't they going private? Were they waiting to like take off for it? See, it's just ridiculous. Dorit, you're not starting us off good. And he was late dropping the kids off last night. It's not like it was this morning. Get your head out of your butt. You're not the first single mother to just like, you know, maybe you're certainly not the first single mother to fly private, but like, get out of here. I'm sorry. Well, it's like, yeah.
Girl, you girl. Get your ish together, because you know, folks, you know, I like you, but I don't know about my co-host.
No, I mean, I don't know why. No, I don't really like her. No, I when I saw how she was with Kyle back in the day, I could remember why I appreciated Dorit, but I don't like Dorit right now. So maybe when she gets through the stress of this divorce and comes back down to earth, because I really didn't like Erica there for a couple seasons either. So, you know, so that's fair. I'm willing to give her this time for being whatever, but like, Dorit's been an a-hole about lateness for a while. So
true.
But yeah, so that wouldn't set me off on the spirit of which I would want to proceed, because if I were Kyle without the chronic lateness, I wouldn't want to be in this position with Dorit. But she is obnoxious right now.
Girl. Yeah, she's taking a little advantage, you know, of all that. Just call first. At least doing that solid, you know, even if you're going to be late. Hell, just say something before, you know. Especially at the time you're supposed to be there. Dang, y'all, I'm sorry. Just be more considerate if you're listening, watching, listening. We appreciate it. I know they will. I'm just saying. Because if it was me, like on on Real Housewives of Miami, the new chick, whatever her name was, when she was getting on Lisa Hawk, whatever. Girl, I'll be the same way. Is she always? Oh no, we ain't waiting. No, let's go.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You can't be over an hour. Like, I can't be sitting there all, you know, corseted, squeezed, spanked, makeup, like all my stuff, you know, in some uncomfortable outfit, in some uncomfortable. No. And you just want to take selfies because you got a hood on and a curl plastered onto your forehead. No,
I remember that.
Yeah, I would be so I would tell you off. I would. And I wouldn't be sorry. Once you go up over an hour, you're just disregarding everyone's time. And that's so the crew, like Andy, everybody's sitting on the damn cat. Nope. And if I'm sitting on the tarmac on a private jet and the champagne's getting flat, oh, you're gonna get it too. You're gonna get it too.
Have fun.
Yes, God.
What happened? Okay, so we're gonna learn about their trip a little later. So let's get into this announcement Amanda is making. She wants to. I'm sorry, I can't stop without laughing. Okay, I want to laugh at the woman. This is her profession. It's just, you know. Okay, Amanda. and seen. Amanda is thinking about throwing a manifestation moment dinner party where they think about things, they want to make it happen. Journaling, she wants to provide a certified copy of her book signed by her, of course, as a part of the moment, sort of like a goodie bag for the ladies, and journaling. And I didn't see anything else. Not just pretty much that to make the party pop, I guess. And this is her interest. This is what she does for a living. She wants to share more of herself. She wants to let the ladies in more about who she is, why she does what she does. In my opinion, I just think she wants to really drive it home as to for them to take her seriously. I don't think she believes they take her seriously. So, yeah, girl.
I don't take her seriously either. So, I can respect that. How do I do this?
Okay, we both careful, okay?
Right? Okay. Amanda, you have a lot of money. I respect the fact that you've built an empire off of this. You are no different than Mel Robbins, Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins, yeah.
Yes, you took you're a motivational speaker, really, is what you are. Chicken Soup for the Soul. He gave a great speech at the women's conference. I saw him one time with Lisa Nichols. Anyway, his editor for Chicken Soup for the African American Soul. Shout out to Lisa Nichols. So, I love somebody that can make you feel like anything is possible. That's great. And I am, I do psychic readings. I'm somewhat in the same realm, in the same industry. But, there's something about Amanda that makes me feel like Miss Cleo. There's also a lot of crap and bullshit. I don't think Amanda is a scammer, as Bose and Dorit are kind of trying to get at her about. But I do have a hard time taking Amanda seriously in any way. I do find her annoying, but she's also that annoying entertaining. You know what I mean? Where you're like kind of laughing at the person because they're just so out to lunch. You're just like, oh my God. She's not my speed. She's not my flavor. I kind of can't stand her. But I also she's not like Diana Jenkins where you're all like, ugh. She's just annoying and delusional. And it's kind of funny. But yeah, she's on the wrong show though. I don't want her back. My mom was actually saying, well, she's kind of, entertaining because she is such a irritant to the rest of the ladies. She's kind of good for chemistry. But I'm like,
not the irritant.
I agree. I do agree with that perspective. But I don't want to continually be when they got to she's on the wrong show. She doesn't like conflict, and she's having all of these reactions to avoiding actually just resolving certain things because she doesn't like the style of engagement or communication. And I'm like, girlfriend, did you watch this show before you got on it? There is a way to do this, and you need to participate, period.
Yeah, and later we're going to learn a little bit more about what she should and shouldn't be doing, because that dinner was everything. I mean, her manifestation moment dinner party was everything. Not the way she designed it,
yes,
but how it came to be. That's why I love these grown ass women on this show. It is so not immature.
No, and the way that and honestly, Sutton was trying to tell her, just take a certain amount of accountability.
Wait,
period.
I'm gonna go to
Yeah. And then you can move on. So anyway, I don't know. Her husband's like, we have booze. I'm like, I just don't feel like either one of them are prepared to be on this show. They're just not.
I was gonna say something about him. He's more on the fence than anything. He seems quite irritated by all the things, and rightfully so. He's defending his wife. You know, he's perturbed. He's, he's in that realm of Oakley, Todd, soon to be ex-husband of Bronwyn, and whoever else I can't really remember too well. Yeah, they're on that side of the couch, you know, where it's like, yeah. So he hasn't come around yet.
Well, did you notice he tried to point out to her, like, well, you know, when I was getting divorced, I also didn't necessarily want to hear it from my friends, right? Like, he actually showed a little bit of perspective towards Dorit. And Amanda was like, no, but I don't care. She's still rude. She still can't talk to me that way because no one can talk to me that way because I don't do anything wrong. And it's not appropriate to react that way to what I said because it was so fleeting. And I'm like, ooh, girl, you are already setting yourself up for failure.
That part.
So I thought that was interesting but you're right. Him not wanting to read in his home because you're rude to his wife, get off this show. Get off this show. If you want to have boundaries about respect, you need to get off this show because you can't. They're going to fight. They're going to say things to one another that are disrespectful. You are going to have to welcome demons into your home. You're going to have to watch your wife fight and let her fight. You can't be Peter Thomas, Penelope Thomas, shout out Alexander Rogers. You have to, and there's no excuse for not understanding certain operating rules to being on a Housewives franchise reality show by this point. There's just not. You can easily watch one season and quickly gather what you need to be willing to do.
Get it together, heifers and heifos. Get y'all names together.
You don't like this is not your show. And that's genuinely the sentiment that I took away from this episode. Not your show. You're not built for this. You're not built for this. That should be the title of this review. You're not built for this.
And who ain't built for that? This luncheon between Dorit and Mauricio, child. I mean, okay. They pretty much just got down to it. Mauricio is testifying on behalf of PK, while Dorit, the whole purpose was for her to try and convince Mauricio to convince PK to get his ish together. Mauricio does not feel the need to not be convinced because he believes what PK has said based on what PK has shown him via text. Now, Dorit showed Mauricio, I don't have the text, see? And Mauricio was like, I saw them coming from him. Dorit was like, well, he knows how to manipulate text. OMG, what's really going on? That, first of all, Mauricio and Kyle need to stay the hell out of it, just like Erica said. It is so wrong of them to try and fight. Well, I know Kyle ain't doing it, but Mauricio. I think he should have just listened and not just adamantly dismissed what Dorit was saying. That's not his place to do that. I thought he was wrong in that perspective where he's like, well, it's kind of hard to believe you, instead of saying nope, because it just gives off a negative connotation to where I don't know if he's just trying to make Dorit feel like she can't talk to him, because he doesn't seem like that guy, but he is riding for PK as if he's next in line to be with PK. It was a little weird for me to see Mauricio take that stance. I've never seen him so adamant about something. What do you think about all that?
This scene was trash. Shame on you, producers, for even setting this ish up. Shame on you, Mauricio, for even doing a scene. Aren't you separated from Kyle? Why is he on more now than we ever saw him before? What the hell? And like, you know, you and Kyle don't even have frank conversations within your own damn marriage. Kyle has said that before. So now you're supposed to have one with Dorit about her marriage. would you go to your friend's separated husband to talk about your relationship, like, and get some help? I never would. There'd be no, I wouldn't know. This whole thing was so stupid to me. I was like, PK must want a mouthpiece really bad. That's what, like he must have said to Mauricio, I want you to go on and speak up for me because we know we do. This is one thing I do believe. PK absolutely cares about his image. And he hates it when he's dragged around in the press because he is very insecure. It's kind of been out there that he's not good with money because he's insecure. He likes trophies, like women and status, and spends too much money and does all these things, right? I totally get, but for you to be talking about, for you to even be going the text messages back and forth, and Mauricio, what the F are you doing? I don't believe you. You're not even that married. Like, all of this was so yucky to me. I'm like, all you're doing is embarrassing your children. So I think Dorit was perfectly fine to have this scene, because the one part about Dorit right now that is annoying is the way she wants to control the narrative and air out the situation. She is doing some cringeworthy stuff. It was very, girl, to bring up his drinking like that was gross. That was gross. You shouldn't be doing that on a scene with Mauricio. Like, what the hell? And so I don't like the way Dorit feels completely entitled to spin this narrative, because I don't think she's a reliable narrator. Like, I just think she over-exaggerates stuff. The way that she talked to Garcelle is the prime example of that. But shame on Mauricio for even doing this. Like, what do you go to Aspen and go get on a snowboard with some chicks that are half your age, because that's where you belong. Like, I just
1/3 his age.
right. I mean, I was like, I don't want to hear what the hell he thinks. He wants PK to be a bachelor with him. And then he only has 2 drinks with me. Stop. You guys shouldn't even be talking about this. Like, it's not your, like, if you're genuinely concerned that he has a substance problem picking up the kids, then why are you bragging about how you did a mediation where he could have them whenever he wanted? You said the judge walked in and he said PK would like every other weekend, like Thursday to Sunday. Done. Okay, well then you're not really that concerned if he's clear, because you have no problem giving him that, and then you're saying he doesn't do it. So he's either, what is he, a flake and a drunk, but you're perfectly fine with him taking the kids? Like, so I just thought this was an unfortunate scene, period. And like, I don't know what on earth she thought she was going to get through to him. But I also thought the way he treated her was gross. Like, y'all suck. This scene was terrible. Both of you are fame whores. Don't do it. Shame on you, production. Yuck. Yuck.
I didn't like that at all.
No,
I don't like that.
Nope.
So now we are at the point where it was just this scene could have stayed, but I thought it was a little pertinent because Sutton is trying to get over the fact that she and her ex-husband are so over that he would go to great lengths to erase her out of his life. And I can understand that hurting her feelings, considering she's been bragging, I can have him anytime I want. Girl, obviously not. You thought wrong. And I joked about it before, but seeing the scene, after I think about it, I can see her feelings are real hurt, where she was talking to her daughter Porter and trying to get her daughter, or possibly trying to see where her daughter's head is at in relation to the now defunct or illegitimate marriage. And her daughter Porter was like, I'm okay. How are you about it? Because I don't know why Sutton would think her daughter's perception will be the same. She's the daughter. She, her perception is totally different. She's the, you know, she wasn't in the marriage, but Sutton was checking on her to see how she's handling things. Girl, she's the daughter, and plus that's your business, not hers. So I thought it was real interesting that Sutton would think her daughter would be in the same mindset of her. What do you think about that?
I think Sutton's daughter is beautiful, but God, that's a terrible name. I'm sorry. Porter for a girl? Like, I know her name's Sutton. I know it's waspy, but it's ugly even for that. It's like Porter, Portly. She probably got called Portly Strack. Anyway, sorry. I need to get off that. It just, I
she
don't
was
love
called
that name.
as a kid?
I don't know. I can just see that being what it was. Anyway, sorry, my ADHD mind, whatever spectrum I'm on, I just tumble down a rabbit hole. Anyway, I feel like, let me get my thoughts together. I know I ramble, but let me convey this. I feel like Sutton is trying very hard to control her narrative this season. I feel like she is trying to work this idea that she's really becoming a woman on her own and coming into her own in her 50s.
Mm-hmm.
So this scene felt like, okay, we planned this storyline. We're going to have this. I think her daughter agreed to do this little FaceTime with her. It's clearly for Sutton and not for Porter, because Porter's kind of like, whatever, Mom. And, you know, she's the one, are you okay with this? And it's like, girl, you're not. Your daughter is, but are you? And I get it. There's something that happened to Sutton from last season to this season. Maybe it's Garcelle. I don't know. Maybe it's something where she feels incredibly careful. Like she's desperately trying to control some narrative. Maybe Avi too. I don't know. Maybe but like, I feel like she's, and you know me, I'm going to be a hypocrite here. I admit this. I feel like she's maybe on some kind of anti-anxiety, antidepressant that's got her like real lower in a level or something, but like just something is going on with her that is weird to me, and I haven't really figured it out. I just thought that I don't think that this is disingenuous to how she feels, but I feel like Sutton is trying super hard to control her narrative, her storyline, what's happening this season. A little weird. But not offensive by any means.
I think it's self-awareness, if you ask me, even though you didn't, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I think
that's the whole point of this show. You tell me. Yeah.
You know, because you know she had 3 losses, Garcelle, Avi, that marriage, and to be quite honest, she thought she could have him anytime she wanted, and to find out that was, you know, like, oh shoot, you know, to think, no, because that's some real, you know, high esteem about yourself to be shot down to where the whole it's supposed to be erased. I mean, like that the only thing that pretty much is going to be recognized is the children. Like I'm erased from thinking so highly of yourself to thinking, you know, like, wow, you know, I'm going to be erased. That's a major difference in how it can, you know, be looked at, perceived, and just how she felt about it. It's a big shot to the heart. And then to have, and for it to be publicized with, and all this is being publicized for her. I think she thought she was better than that, or it was like, clutch your pearls, you know, how dare you, or the audacity to think that I can be erased when I'm Sutton, whatever her last name is now, child, who knows. I think it's a big shot to her ego. It hurt her feelings to think these 3 events that she kept so close to the vest is no longer And it's quite embarrassing for it to be all out. And I do believe you where she's trying to change things up. And perhaps she's, it's more self-realization that, she wasn't a cat to man like she thought she was. So she's living in the moment, trying to just, make it happen right now and just make things count. But if it were me, I don't know how I would take that. Like, I'm erased. That's a big deal. I don't know, but maybe just a little self-realization, self-awareness, and now she's just trying to make things different for herself because they are.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Sutton. I don't know how I would take that, but whatever. Well, at least Porter good, She's like, girl, are you okay?
Yep.
All right, girl, call me later, mama. So they did that. Now we're at the Hamptons trip getaway. Like we said earlier, Dorit was all late and carrying on. She said PK was late picking up the kids. He was la and got her in a tizzy. Next time, call first. Have fun. So they arrived to Rachel's place. Her sister is there and friends, and she's just so in her element and just so happy. Everybody's getting acquainted and everything. And now they're at the dinner party. Guess who was there? Mrs. DKNY herself. I love me some Donna Karen. I used to watch her way back in the day. And I love her. I mean, her style is just so, like, it's just, that's where I thought Devils Wear Prada was getting it from. But no, girl, all that clothes and Devils Wear Prada. Oh my gosh.
Anna Wintour, baby.
I mean, all
Donna
that
Karen,
stuff I will wear.
Yeah, Donna Karen has run her mouth, as she's gotten older. She said some dumb shit about just kind of supporting the patriarchy. But she's an old lady, so I don't know, whatever.
She's in her 70s probably, right?
Yeah. She looks like a Hirachi now. But I mean, yeah,
can I say that? What's that?
Like the Mexican sandal. Those little woven shoes we were always wear.
Oh Lord.
Fine leather goods.
Yeah, look a little leathery. Yeah,
that's what I mean. I always said you look like a Hirachi. You know how we used to wear those tan woven sandals when we were little?
Girl, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what you look like. You look like one of those, But shout out, Donna Karen is. Besides, the dude, Karl Lagerfeld was a piece of crap too, body shaming, fat phobic dude too. So whatever. We can't have anything nice. She is an icon in the fashion industry.
Yes, definitely.
That you can't deny.
And I'm like, Donna, I ain't seen you in a while, girl. I mean, even Kyle was just in awe, like, oh my God, it's Donna Karen, bitch.
Yeah. One of the greats. Ralph Lauren, Donna Karen, Karl Lagerfeld, yeah.
I would have imagined Kyle would have met DKNY by now. Ain't that nothing?
I would have thought so too, even just through Kathy. But
I mean, just, like, what?
I guess not.
Never met?
Well, she's coming out to LA, she said, so.
Hello. So, yeah, she's going to be looking in Kathy's neighborhood because that's where Rachel lived across the street because she walked across the street to go over there.
I mean, I understand. I love Malibu as much as the next person, but like after them fires, like I just don't know if I could do it. Like, you ready to potentially lose everything? Because I love Malibu.
It was electrical, for the that was Altadena more so than anything else. Yeah, it's horrible. It's just horrible.
Malibu gets fires, man. That is the truth. Malibu gets fires. So anyway,
it's horrible. It's just horrible situation,
because it is. It is God's country
over here, girl. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, every time I drive through Malibu, I just think, God, this is some of the most beautiful, stunning, but oof.
Yes. So they end up talking, about things, and Dorit feels like she's getting inspired. Remember I said, I need Dorit to get back into fashion and whatever, she was passionate about, to bring back some spunk into her life, just to get her mind into something else as she closes this and reopens something else. So hopefully we'll see her in some type of fashion capacity, whatever that could be. I think she'll be happier there. It just may, bring her some more. Some light will shine through her, so those around her won't be so, uh, won't be anxious around her because of or anticipating something that not so nice, because sometimes we just need something else to help us go through or get over the hump. So hopefully, this will inspire her besides the book, of course, because I think writing that book is going to just bring out some emotions that she may not be ready for. Not to say she shouldn't, but I'd like to see her in some fashion stuff,
Yeah. She clearly needs the money, so here's the thing. I really do find this iteration of Dorit highly irritating. I just do. However, she's allowed to have a season just like Craig on Southern Charm, just like Erica on Beverly Hills, just like, like Nene, like you can have a bad season because you're stressed, because something in your life is going wrong to the point that you are suffering. Luann was at her most annoying when she was with Tom, doing the nose candy at the Regency all the time.
Tamara.
Thank you. Although Tamara, what's your excuse after how many seasons? You better, yeah. Anyway, but no, truly, that you're allowed to have a bad season in your life, Shannon, right? Like you're allowed to go through stuff where you are a basket case and then bounce back around. And I can only imagine the stages of a divorce can really put you through it. So I'm willing to give Dorit it's just that her particular flavor, I can't take your shit and I'm going to own myself and I'm going to smoke a cigarette on the stage at BravoCon because I'm just, I'm so empowered and I'm not taking your shit anymore. I'm like, I don't like it. But that's okay. I'm allowed, I'm still going to give you that grace. I hope that for Dorit's sake, that once she comes out of this part of the process, because the only way through is through, right? That she gets her head out of her butt, I'm not holding my breath there, and does kind of come into her own and be empowered. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my hope for her. And God, I mean, did you just for a moment, did you feel the Hamptons exclusivity of that goddamn table, private table, dimly lit, Donna Karen's walking by, like, like I think I would have been absolutely waspy starstruck. You know what I mean? Like I would have been like,
for sure.
Oh, this is some Hamptons inner circle shit. Okay.
I could see myself there though, and I would make my way over and just, like she did with them.
Yeah.
Of course she knew Rachel, but I would, just, schmooze with people and introduce myself and just, be amongst the people, whoever I'm with. I would do that. I would give an air about myself that I wasn't there just to watch. I'm going to participate. I think I would not force myself on people, but just make them know I'm comfortable. That's what I would do. If I was go there next week, I'm just saying,
If I were to go there next week,
yeah.
I would be, see, there you go. That's why we are you and I are astrological opposites, because I would be sitting there just taking it all in, being like, I'm just watching everybody. I would try not to be a wallflower by any means, but like, and you got to have both though. You got to have both.
Yeah.
And good for you. You're like, you were Cynthia. I would work it and be seen.
Girl, I was just about to say it. I was, and then you said it.
Yeah, so no, but I did, it did dawn on me. I just want to say I had that impression where I sat there for a minute and I thought, God damn, the air in that room, like
Yeah.
the
You know
Hamptons
what?
in crowd.
I was like that when you know how you have real close friends or family, you grew up with them, they're like family. So when Marky Mark was in the midst, he knows who I know real well. We've been around each other a few times. I would probably say 5 in the last 15 years. 15? Yeah,
Mark
about last
Wahlberg,
15.
you call Marky Mark, that's right.
Mark Wahlberg, yeah. And if I'm not, I think what's the brother married to Donnie? I think he was there, but I can't recall. But more so Mark. And we have children with the same name. And I remember when we were there, at the house chilling, kids in the pool. It was like a cute little party that was going on. And he had called his son, and then my son came, and we were like calling each other, throughout the day, and they would come. No, babe, I'm talking about my, no, baby, not you. And then so we just kind of, had that thing where every time we see each other, we just started busting up laughing. And unfortunately, the last time we saw each other was at a funeral. But I just remember those moments where we just had a good old time. That's why I keep thinking, like recently, why people get all these notions that he's that type of person when he's not. Like what's anyway, and I always defend whenever I'm in the rooms where they talk about him like that, he's not like that. Never was. And still friends with whom I know, and no, but anyway, just shout out to him and all of them over there. I don't know the whole family, but I know him for certain. He is non-problematic, if you know what I'm saying. Like, nah, he ain't like that. But I'm just, like you say, I would just be, like you say, working and be seen. I'm not there just to ooh and ah. I want to see some shit. I want to say hi to people, introduce myself. So I do like that dinner scene, though. It was, again, these are some grown-ass women. It is such refreshing to see out of all these housewife shows that these women carry themselves as grown-ass women.
Rachel has access. Rachel is, and that's why she's a good addition to the show. Rachel lives an aspirational lifestyle. You don't even have to count her pockets. The people who she knows within the fashion industry alone, she puts her in the back room at the private table. Just is what it is.
For real.
And she doesn't tell you about it like Amanda does.
And she's a perfect fit, someone with her background, new for the franchise, yet known in the industry. Perfect fit for this show. I wonder who else that is a perfect fit hasn't been on the show yet. I'm curious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she also had her own Bravo show. I watched it. She was a pioneer on Bravo. Like, she knows how to do this. I'm glad it finally worked out, because she works on this cast. She does. In my opinion, she does.
So they start talking about more, the intricate details of each other's issues, and they're just, kind of, just helping each other out. And the one thing that we brushed over earlier was the issues between Dorit and PK. I thought it was great of her to show that she's not trying to interfere with daddy daycare and that but she wants to discuss the finances. Well, you're going to have to be more vocal, mama, and just say, that's done. Now, can we get to the finance part? But, she just wants to get to that point. And it doesn't sound like she made it an issue during mediation. I don't know if mediation was just for the kids, if I'm not mistaken. I think that is what mediation specifically is for. But then again, I don't know. But I know she's anxious to get to the nuts and bolts of things because, you need money to buy food. Hello. So, big ups to her. I'm team Dorit, period, point blank. But I'm going to hold her accountable when she's wrong. Don't get me wrong. I do that because I really want women to win. We run the world. Hello, period, point blank. Pooh, I don't want to hear nothing else about it. Women rule the world, run the world. And we need to flex our PUSSY in a good way. In a good way. What else happened? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. No, it's fine. Yeah.
So this part was interesting, girl. I'm about to rip Kyle a new one. So she talks about Kyle brings up how the lunch with Mauricio go when she know good fucking well how it went because they showed a little clip of her discussing it with Mauricio. So why didn't Kyle lead with that? Now she playing effing games. I don't like that at all. She knew exactly what went down, but she's just letting Dorit say whatever she wants to say. I think it's wrong. It shows that she's not on Dorit's side and that she is full-blown trying to still please Mauricio when he's out there pleasing everything else but her. Kyle is wrong as two left shoes. Okay, go ahead.
I don't know why Kyle is approaching it this way. I just don't like her and Mauricio's involvement in this at all. I just don't. I think it's very poor storytelling on production's part to allow them to get involved this way.
Yeah.
I do understand that friends get involved during things or whatever, but like most of the time, most people, when two of their friends are getting divorced, like they don't do this. So I just don't respect this storyline at all. And the more that Kyle and Mauricio get entangled in the specifics, the more I dislike it. It's really none of our business what's happening right now. Dorit has every right to say I'm not getting any support if she's not getting any support. PK has notoriously been bad with money, and it's really gross that PK isn't contributing financially to his family. That's an undeniable thing if that's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I think there again, it just goes back to my distaste when Dorit said, I need to know about the finances, and Maurice was like, he sent you a spreadsheet of all the money. I saw it. What is that? What is happening right now? Why are you guys trying to like deny each other's reality? Like I don't even and you're not even the two married people in this. So I don't like this at all. I think Kyle even offering Mauricio up, any of this, I hate this storyline. So shame on you, production. This is yucky.
In a way, it seems like Kyle is just trying to be in this man's life anyway, shape, form, or fashion, even at the expense of Dorit's, in the expense of Dorit, period. She is not holding on to her friendship with Dorit the way she claims she tried to, 2 reunions ago or a reunion and a half ago. It's all fluff when it comes to a man. It's all fluff when it comes to trying to see where she fits in to Mauricio's life. Girl, he left you.
I don't necessarily take it that she wants him back that bad. I do think that I just don't see it. I don't agree. I just don't.
I can't
I
tell.
think, what?
I can't tell because the way she is catering to him versus where she should be trying to put her loyalty. I don't know.
I think she's weird. Got some, I think she also has a certain level of loyalty to PK over Dorit. I think she likes PK more than Dorit in the relationship. If you know what I mean? Like, I feel like she wants PK.
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
Right? Like, I feel like she wants PK in the friend breakup versus Dorit. So,
you want mediation.
Right? But like, either way, like, I don't like the way PK, I mean, I don't like the way, I I don't, because I almost feel like Kyle believes PK more than Dorit, so she's willing to like prop Mauricio up to be like, go defend him. So it's like they're both against her in the situation. However, I do understand. I do think Dorit dangerously exaggerates, but I'm not comfortable dictating that her marriage and her divorce based on that. I wouldn't be comfortable in influencing. I guess they really feel like she's slandering him. I don't know, but like I don't like this. I don't like this. Period. You guys need to stay out of it. You look like jerks. You look like interfering jerks.
And we're going to move on from them because this scene down to Amanda's manifestation moment, dinner party, was just everything. Erica and Bo's ride together. I love them together, child. They just get me
They're
going.
Funny. Yep.
So they, get to Amanda's, and Erica was like, where these heifers at? The Hamptons. In her confessional. Why the fuck ain't I? Why couldn't I go? I would rather be there than I think Erica should have went, to be honest.
I agree. I do too. I do.
I think she, and I know she's like, oh, hell no. I'm not here with this manosphere, whatever she tried to do. I'm just talking shit. But yeah, I know I think all three of us, me, you, and Eric, got to feel the same way about Erica should have been there, because girl.
I agree.
Anywho, because that's just Erica's niche to be amongst, I gotta be over here with this. Anyway, so yeah, they arrive, and it's Erica. Natalie shows up, the $250 million heifer that, got the happy ending that we all know and love. Sutton, was that it? Oh, Kathy was there too.
Was Jennifer there?
No, Jennifer wasn't there. We're gonna see her next year, getting scared by that big old polar bear.
I miss her. You need make her full time. I don't even care if she doesn't want to show you her full life. Make her full time. I need her at every scene. Thank you.
You know what? She's an avid poker player. Sometimes those things can be out of the country. They have tournaments all over. So I'm thinking she's playing poker. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know. She makes a scene more fun, and she's sorely missed when she's not there. Production, if you're watching, listening, less scenes of Kyle and Mauricio meddling in Dorit and PK's marriage and more with Jennifer Tilly.
Girl, that ain't gonna happen. They love a mess. Girl.
I know.
They even manufacture it. There you go. They manufacture it.
Yeah, truly. Mm-hmm.
They can't get no mess out of Jennifer. And plus, she squashed it with Sutton, so ain't no more, mess. But the mess of all this was they're participating in the manifestation. They're writing, journaling. Amanda says we normally do this online and all the normal things, but I'm going to make an exception for y'all and do it this way. That's why I felt she came across like, girl, just say what you're going to do today. Don't compare it to something else and then make it sound like it's less than from how you normally do it. That's the same thing Sutton did to her when she said, oh, I'm going to have it normal then. When you say I'm going to do something normal, it just tells that whatever is happening now shouldn't be, in my opinion. It just don't sound right. I don't know. How you feel
Amanda wants everyone to take her as seriously as she takes herself. And that's just not going to happen with these women. And another thing too, whether you like it or not, like you are also about 20 years younger than most of these women, at least 10. Oh, she's 40. I keep thinking she's younger and she's not. God, she comes off like a dip. Like she's younger. Well, I just, the problem with working in the industry that she works in, some people think Tony Robbins is a genius and other people are like heavy eye roll. Some people want to go to church and see TD Jakes. Some people want to go to church and see that purple-haired lady on the TVN network. You know, like everybody has a different flavor, and someone's delivery can truly be ridiculous. She really, the way she thinks of herself is just, it's a lot for me. She doesn't have enough of a sense of humor about things. It's where she's lacking, because it's like, girl, you are on, again, you're on the wrong show. The wrong show. You're on the wrong show. Just truly, she's not suited for this.
Come on, Amanda, get with the program. But
I don't know what you thought you were joining, girl, but it was not what you wanted to be.
Girl. So they're talking, and they're, discussing what transpired, but Sutton had to, come clean and say, well, you have to take ownership of how you felt about Dorit's situation and not mimic Kyle or put it off on Kyle or say I'm agreeing with Kyle. And she didn't see it that way, but everybody else did, including Kathy. The whole group was just wanting her to take her own accountability because they're going to call it out. It's going to be a conversation. And if you don't like that, then we suggest you nip it in the bud and put your big girl panties on and just, roll in that way versus trying to make it seem as though, you're getting ganged up on or people shouldn't perceive it that way. Well, that's what it is, because you did have your own opinion, which is why Sutton said what she said to Dorit. She didn't say that she agreed with Kyle, because at Kathy's luncheon, you, as you pointed out, Aaron, you have, Amanda, had your own opinions about that situation. I don't know. I think Amanda kind of forgot that part. But anyway, I thought it was a grown folks conversation, a grown woman conversation, and perhaps she grew up a little bit. But she was still apprehensive. I don't know why, but whatever.
I don't think she grew up at all. I think she didn't take any accountability. Sutton was trying to say to her, look, the best way to get beyond this is to take accountability for the fact that you did speculate about her marriage. If you feel that it wasn't that big of a deal, stand in that opinion and keep it moving. I wonder if production encouraged her to talk about it or something, because the way she's like literally dodging any accountability is kind of wild to me. Yeah, and I don't like it. I find it supremely annoying. Amanda has a hard time taking accountability, and she wants to shift it to, well, my son died that day. Stop. But remember how Bo said, not at that dinner, though. No, you couldn't come back to the conversation once the anniversary had passed and just acknowledge you talked about her marriage. Now, again, I'll go back to even what I said when I first was talking about it. You can say to Dorit, respectfully, I just got to know you, but all I hear about is your divorce. That's all I hear about when we're together. So my musing about it, I'm sorry I offended you, but I just am starting to get the impression that you're a little bit focused on that, because all I have every time we're together, that's what you're doing. And I know Dorit would have shot back and been like, well, I'm going through it, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, Amanda has a problem taking the kind of accountability needed to move forward. And I found her supremely annoying at her lunch. Don't call me a wimp in my house. You just want, you're on the wrong show, bitch. Bitch, how about that? Don't be bitch. You're on the wrong show. You're just on the wrong show, because the women, clearly, your counterparts, are all here to have frank discussions. Regardless of how you may feel about their perspectives, Rachel, Bose, Erica, even Sutton right now, they're giving you direct communication, and you're just refusing to engage in it, and that's really annoying.
Yeah, what I meant earlier about her, growing up is, I should have said she's getting some grown woman advice
Yeah.
And she's taking it in, but she's not applying it. I see her listening, but she, like you said, she is just adamant about wanting to prove everybody wrong. She's right, just as though and be dismissive like she was with her husband in his previous situation. I don't know if it's some issue with the ex-wife. I don't know, that she don't want to talk about her in any type of way. Some new women, some new wives, feel away. Some new spouses feel away about the old spouse, and that's fine. But that's his lived experience, and it should be validated and not dismissed. She has a dismissive way about her, like this is how it should be because I manifested.
Yes. Oh my God, that was funny. No, and who brought up that she just shuts down and starts pouting when she doesn't like what she's hearing? Like someone else brought that up, and I think it was Bose maybe or something. Bose has got her clocked, which I think is funny. Yeah, she seems consistently appalled at the communication style, and that these women are constantly ruining what should be nice engagements because of their crap. And I'm like, that's the show, bitch. That's the show, wimp. That's the show. Like, get off this show. If you want to constantly admonish everybody for having this style of communication, you're just not on the right show. It's like literally wanting to be on a soap opera, but you're on Wheel of Fortune. You're just not here to do it. You have to accept certain like rules of engagement for this type of platform, right? And if you're not willing to do that, you're on the wrong show.
And that's what Erica was saying, even in her confessional. Like, girl, you think wimpy is a word to be called? And then I had the montage of the "See You Next Tuesday." Everybody taking their turn at saying it. Like, that must be the anthem of a certain demographic. I don't know if it's white women, wealthy white women, or certain socioeconomic based demographic. But "See You Next Tuesday," for me, I didn't think it was that harsh. But it helped me out. Am I out? I must be out the loop.
It's okay. It's a very crass word. Some people look at it like using an expletive. But in like the UK, they use that word all the time. I think the C word has also become very normalized in our pop culture. So like, I don't see it as quite the egregious thing, but I remember Erica had that necklace on, and who was so offended by it? Like, I don't know. But yeah, Erica is absolutely right. You can't handle you are being a wimp, and like you can't take that word. You in trouble. You in danger, girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was all my notes for the rich heifers. I don't got no more for these heifers. But again, these are some grown ass women. I love it. I don't see any mountain out of a molehill type conversations. But as the newbies come in, they have to get acclimated. So we may see something that, like, girl, what? Like we are seeing with Amanda. So but not with Rachel because she's been here before. Hello.
I'm curious to see how Amanda is at the reunion, because if she's as in denial about her contribution towards things like as she is in this scene, she's in trouble. And I because it's very, very, very irritating to watch someone operate on the premise of that they don't ever do anything wrong.
Hell, is she there? All the rumors I'm hearing, is she coming back? What's going on? Shoot.
She didn't quit. That rumor was debunked.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of wished. I was like, bye. Like I just, I find her like constant appallment at the way these women navigate. It's just like I said, it's too much of a core conflict with what this show is.
Well, we wish them all love, peace, and soul in the words
and
of
manifestation.
Okay. In the words of Soul Train, we just want everybody to have a great day. This is a day of love. Cherish, love yourself first. If you need to go to a room, love yourself first. That's okay. Let's just, have some love discernment today. Just spread it. Think of all the great things about people that you know and love, and just, appreciate what it is to be alive. Even though we're going through what we're going through, let's just have this day to ourselves and think of love and all the goodness and mercy that is bestowed upon us. How about that? Does that sound good to you?
The double entendres I heard in my head while you were saying some of the things you were saying, it was so funny.
It's all good.
Yes, we will be back.
Where is it? Is it this one? Here it is. We're gonna, like you said, we're gonna be back at 1:00.
Yeah.
We'll be back, y'all, for our double dose today of RuPaul's Drag Race, episode 7. We'll be back at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, y'all. So don't forget to come back, take a little rest, eat some lunch, love on somebody, love on yourself. Do all the things. Before we go, let's find out where Erin is when she's not talking ish with me.
You can catch me on Facebook at Psychic Erin Boyd or Instagram and Threads, Psychic_ELB. Hit me up in the DMs if you'd like to get a reading, or just friend me on social media.
All right, y'all. Love you. Bye.
RAERAES.